hottest theme with some hottest jalapeno. Bitch, I'm selling out arenas. They say he entertainer. And if you try to tame.
Hey guys, if you guys are new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. And be sure to leave a like on this video and comment down below. And if you guys would like to know how I got my nose broke in a fight, then keep on watching this video. So before I start this, I'm just saying I am so freaking sorry about the lighting, okay? Literally, the light right in front of me just went out a few seconds ago. This light just died on me, so now we are using my freaking side lights. So I'm sorry about the lighting, okay? And I'm kind of like stressed out because I was starting a video and it kept going out, so we gonna hurry this up. So anyways, before we get in this video, I just want to say, me and this girl I'm talking about, we do not have no bad blood between us today. To this day, we are cool, and there is like nothing bad. There's like no drama, anything like that, okay? So just keep that in mind. So this day, it happened on a Wednesday, okay? And the only reason why I remember it happened on a Wednesday is because we had clubs that day. And what clubs are at my school is pretty much like we had an activity after school. Not after school. It was an activity, it was during school, but it was at the very end of the day. And so that's the only reason I remember it was Wednesday. So for a couple of weeks, me and her was pretending, oh, I'm gonna fight you, let's fight, meet me on my locker, let's fight, blah 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 blah. But it was all supposed to be a joke, okay? We would always say this during like social studies or anytime like we would see each other in the hallways. And then this day, there was a lot of people, they kept coming up to me and they're like, oh, are you and, we're gonna call her Lexi. They're like, so, oh, are you and Lexi gonna fight? Blah, blah, blah. I was like, no. I was like, if she told y'all that we were gonna fight, it was a joke. Stuff like that. It was all supposed to be a joke. But that day, she wasn't making it seem like a joke anymore. She was actually low-key kind of getting on my nerves that day. And she was making me mad. So like, I was kind of already heated that day because she was making me mad. And then at the end of the day, I just literally jumped right into the video, okay? I'm sorry, because I don't want this light to go out. But at the end of the day, me and my friend, we were walking to go to my locker, right? And during passing period, y'all can tell whenever there's like a group of friends like staying in the middle of the hallway between the people that are just walking back and forth trying to get to their classes, okay? So, like, if y'all are in middle school or something, y'all know that you could tell the difference between somebody walking, like, regular passing period and a group, okay? So, I seen that. I seen, like, a huge group. It was, like, a big group, okay? And then I seen people just, like, walking, like, right past it. And then there was, like, also people stopping, and I was like, that's kind of weird. That's kind of sketch. Like, what's going on? And this was right by my locker. I was like, this ain't normal. And then I heard somebody go, some dude from the crowd go, oh, there she is. So I was like, there who is? And then I see Lexi kind of walk out the crowd, right? I didn't know. There was like, God was giving me a sign, was like, girl, you better hand your phone over to your friend because something bad's about to happen, like, right now. Like, there was a sign, okay? Something gave me a sign that something bad's gonna happen, right? So I seen her walking out. And my friend that was right next to me, I like literally threw my phone and earbuds like straight to her. I was like, here, take these. And then she was kind of confused too. She was like, okay. And then next thing I know, I'm getting punched, and I got punched in my face, right? So me and her were just throwing hands and stuff like that. In the video, you can tell, like, she tried, I think, what she was trying to do is, like, get me on the ground, right? So she grabbed me by my waist, trying to get me on the ground. But there was lockers right there, so I, like, slammed to the lockers on my side, like, right here. And then I just started throwing punches, right? And then we were fighting for a little bit. And then next thing I know, I'm just over here turning over with my freaking hand over my, like, nose like that. And I'm just, like, over here just, like, that, right? Which y'all will see in the video. And then I didn't know what happened at first. Like, I don't know if, like, my body felt the pain, but, like, I really didn't feel the pain because, like, so much was happening at once. And then, so my best friend at the time, she was like, Mariah, come on, let's go, bro, like, let's go. And so I tried to walk, and I couldn't walk at first. And then she was like, bro, come on, let's go. And I was like, okay. And then she walked me to the nurse's office. And the nurse was like, so what happened? And I was like, I got into a fight. She's like, with who? And I said, Lexi. She said, who? And she said another girl's name. I said, no, Lexi. She said her last name, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, yeah, her. And then she was like, oh, okay. And I was like, And then, before y'all call me a snitch or anything, technically I really wasn't a snitch because they could have looked at the cameras. Either way, like, I don't know, like, I know some people would be like, oh, you're a snitch, you snitched on her and stuff. Either way, they're going to find out who it was. So there technically wasn't, like, a point because there's cameras. So she was like, okay, blah, blah, blah. I heard them say, Lexi, blah, blah, come to the office, right? And I guess she ended up going to the office. I'm not really for sure about that. And then, like, 5 minutes later, like, literally 5 minutes later after that fight, the principal came and was like, so, LuhRiah, would you like to tell me what happened? I know you seen me over here with the whole bloody nose, ice pack on my nose, everything, and you finna come over here and ask me what just happened? What is it? Oh, I just punched myself in the nose, right? Like, what is... Like, don't ask me stupid questions, bro. Like, if you obviously know what happened, like, don't be asking me no stupid questions. And then he was like, so, did this happen over social media? Was it over a boy? And I was like, bro, I said, yeah, some stuff happened over social media, but it was nothing big. It was supposed to be a joke or whatever. He was like, so, who started it? And I was like, I don't know. And then he was like, well, I need you to tell me everything. Tell me the truth. Why did y'all fight? And I said, there was literally not a reason why we fought. He said, LuhRiah, tell me the truth. I'm like, I am. There wasn't a reason why we fought. Like, we just fought. And then, one of my parents came and picked me up. I'm going to tell y'all. I'm not going to tell y'all which one, okay? But I'm just saying. One of my parents came and picked me up and was like, so what happened? And the principal was like, well, LuhRiah got in a fight with Lexi. She will be suspended. And I was just looking at him like, okay, bro, like, I already know you're going to suspend me for defending myself, but okay, whatever, like, it's whatever. So, I got suspended for 3 days. I went to, my hospital, which is in my town, which is a freaking piece of garbage, bro. If y'all know where I'm from, y'all know the hospital I'm talking about. It's literally like a school's nurse's office. Give you an ice pack for a broken arm, bro. Like, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. And then, so we went there. They were like, well, she has 3 different, thingies broken in her nose. And I was like, it was mostly broken, right here. And then they had to do a CAT scan. I was there for like a good 2 hours. My other parent finally came and was like, oh my goodness, are you okay? Blah, 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 blah. Like, freaking out, right? And then, we had to set up I had to set up another doctor's appointment with a doctor 45 minutes away, which is another town. 45 minutes away from where I live, which is a so much better hospital. I give them 100%. They know what they're doing. They give freaking, it's everything, okay? Like, it's like the correct hospital. Ooh. That's the first hospital I should have ever went to anyways. So we was there, and then he was like, well, the swelling has to go down, then you'll have surgery on it and stuff like that. And I was like, okay. And then he was like, it's up to you. Do you want to get your nose fixed or not? And I was like, yes, I do. I just said that. Everybody kept, not everybody. My mom was like, her nose is crooked. And I looked in the mirror. I was like, I can't even tell the difference. But I was like, sure, let's get it fixed. I mean, I don't got to go back to school for a minute. So I didn't go back to school for 2 weeks during my surgery. I'll insert a few pictures, but they're just going to be like little bitty clips because embarrassing, am I right? So the day of surgery, right, I got my hair braided the night before, which y'all will see in the pictures. I had 2 French braids in the back. My best friend at the time went there with me. I had to get, right before surgery, they put this like stuff up my nose. It was like liquid, and had to like squirt it up my nose, both sides. That was pain and a half. And then I went back to the surgery. I had to put this thingy over my face, and I had to hold it there till I guess went to sleep or whatever. I don't know how long surgery was. I would say like at least 30 minutes to an hour, hour and a half, something like that. Came out. I like literally as soon as I woke up, I said whoop, and I sat straight up, and I was like, where's my dad? and they were like, we'll take you back there to him in a little bit. Okay. And then she was like, lay down, and I was like, I'm sorry, and stuff like that. And then finally got taken back. I was in a wheelchair because I couldn't walk for nothing. So I was in a wheelchair, and we got to my car. I wanted to eat so bad. I was so freaking hungry. And I wanted Chick-fil-A, but I couldn't freaking eat the burger. Well, whatever it was at the time. I remember it was big and I could not eat it. And I was so freaking mad. I was like, bro, I'm starving. I need some food. And that was even irritating me even more. So I eventually went home. And as soon as I got home, I knocked out. Literally went straight to sleep. I didn't go back to school for 2 weeks, like I said. When I first went back to school, everybody was literally staring at me like I'm famous or something. Like, why are you staring at me? Like, you haven't seen me before. Like, did y'all think my nose is gonna be like a zigzag or something? Like, what did y'all think really happened? Like, be real. Like, why? And then I went to math class, right? And this boy was like, he looked behind me. He said, oh, you're back. And I was like, mm-hmm. He was like, oh, your nose looks normal. What was it supposed to look like? And y'all like, well, why are you freaking out about that? If y'all heard how he said it, y'all would understand. But I was like, bro, don't even talk to me for real, though. And a lot of people was like, did it hurt? Did it hurt? And they were like, why were you gone? They were like, did you even have surgery, or did you just miss out of school? I was like, yeah, because my parents would let me just drop out of school for 2 weeks. Bro, what? Like, obviously I had surgery. But anyways, that is the end of this video. If you guys did enjoy it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. Leave a comment on this video. If you want to see... Well, I ain't got no more story times, so I can't say if you guys want to listen to more story times. But anyways, leave a comment on this video what other videos y'all would like to see. And don't forget to hit that like button. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.